One more time this week from Narrows Plaza in Tacoma, here for the title matches of today's JBT event. The fourth of four on the weekend. Paul Rosales looking to win his first career scratch title. He's going up against Duncan Whitaker. Paul has been an adventure to this point, but he's managed to win 2 games to get here. That's all that matters. Outscore the opponents on a Mexico City pattern that proved to be maybe the toughest of the weekend. That wasn't what most of us were expecting, but the long played hard here. It's been survive and advance, and Paul finds a way to cover that 1-2-4. He trails by 11 though, because Duncan is clean through 2. Over in handicap, Do Kwan back on the show, looking to win his second career title, going up against Mary Sagard, who's looking to win her first in the main division after plenty of women's titles. Spare for Kwan to open up. Mary went open and is giving 17 pins a handicap to Doan, so big early advantage to the tall one. Stretch, we call him around here. That's a big move left for Duncan, by the way, both on the practice pair. Just about everybody was fooling around with playing further out to try and find a better look on this pattern, which is further deteriorated from its already difficult start. That's a beautiful shot. No. He's actually 11, in case you were wondering. I bet you wouldn't have guessed that if you didn't know. Really like Duncan's game. Look how good he is at the foul line. He's doing a fallback from the 5th arrow and gets them all to tilt. And Mary gets half of them to tilt, unfortunately. But we know about girls in Greek churches on this tour. The viral Greek church of Jennifer Laredo. Let's see if Mary can pull the same thing. The adventure continues. He'll just take that Brooklyn. He's just throwing fireballs at the head pin and hoping good things happen. So far they have. Meanwhile, these two knuckleheads over here, it's been a high stress, frustrating week, and now Bud and Liam are letting off some steam as they're going at it for U17. And one of the things that is there for in the subdivisions, see 2 talented kids have a good time for once instead of arr, arr, arr. Mary is lost early on here. She gets a nice break to get that extra pin to fall. One of a growing number of females to throw a 2-handed. We see so many guys do it these days. Well, there's no reason why the ladies can't do it too. Mary and Vanessa Fusey down in Vegas, and just hanging on to get that 6. And quite a few others. I think you're going to see more and more of that as time goes on. Of course, Do 2-handing it 2. Meanwhile, Duncan going old school with a beautiful traditional game. The only thumb in the finals belongs to Duncan. How about? Not a bad shot. Ah, beautiful falling goal. That bowling ball looks like it's half the size of him. I asked him about the shirt though, saying, please tell me I haven't been getting your name wrong for the last 6 years. And no, they got the name wrong. They put Quam on the shirt. I asked him, is it his lucky shirt because of that? He said yes. So far so good. Hard and straight at the spares. Great lesson on the hard shot. Do not hook those spares. Clean through 5 and a 20-pin lead as a result. Bud proclaiming it's not over yet over there in the 4th frame. Oh, and give him a break as he catches the Brooklyn hit for 3 in a row. Give us a little lefty form on camera. Nice job. Mary's just plumb sick of hearing his brother's name all weekend long as Bud's having great weekends. I can do this too. He's going to need a big comeback to make it happen right here though. Ball coming on camera left. Nice shot. Better shot from Mary. Still looking for that first strike. Got a good chance of 2 spares in a row at least. Now, Paul, I'm glad Paul made the show because this is most of your parents. Team Masters is a very good tournament, but I'm going to prohibit their shirts from being on our tour any longer because I find this whole class of thing just embarrassing for us old farts back here. I happen to be AARP class of 2024, and Paul's just going. The shirt might as well just say "nya nya nya" on that big giant bulletin board saying here. It's there. Oh, kid, my goodness. Well, the adventure continues. Open in the 6th. We've got 93 through 6. Do a quick check of the scoreboard there. That's Paul's score going up against Duncan. Alright, he'll take him any way he can get him. He's had a chance to close out his previous 2 matches like in the 7th and 8th frame and didn't get it done and had a chance to lose both of them. His opponent couldn't get the strikes they needed. Whitaker doesn't look like he's going to offer him the same opportunity. He's a top seed for a reason. Just doing great at filling up frames, catching a double when he can. Meanwhile, that's 3 spares in a row from Eric. Start to crawl back into it, but Juan might not give her a chance here as he is clean with the turkey. I don't know who's going to bowl first. It would be Whitaker. That one's leaking out to the right, and that's the problem with that deep inside shot. Oh, give him 2 Brooklyns in a row. Not even a lefty pose that time. He's embarrassed. How dare he? Take those all day long, young man. The bowling gods will take it right back at some point. Guaranteed. Duncan's more than capable of making this spare. Ball to the left of the head pin. Head pin will go over into the 10. This will keep him clean through 7, and it's close, and it's perfect. Nicely done. The boys are getting a little goofy on a Sunday afternoon. I knew they were getting tired because the math of the scorecards was horrible this last block. It's a good sign. And look at Do-Hoon go. 5 in a row for the big guy. Nice. In case you cared, and I know we don't, let's check over a new 17 here. Bud gets a big double to get a big lead. And that's about all I have to say about that match, really. Hey, there you go, Mary. Whitaker wide right again, but avoids the washout this time, telling himself to stay down and stay slow to get that ball to pick up some rotation. He actually balled up from where he was in the other portion of the lane. So he's got to get that ball to go right to left at some point. I hope Bud isn't. I tell you what, Bud is roughly 8 feet tall, and that oil machine is sitting there on 31, and he almost head planted himself on that thing right over there. So how did Bud die? Well, there was this U17 match. Mary's got to make this a fray, and does that. Best you can do is 180, and given 17 on top of that, this could be a victory lap for the little guy. Let's see what Rosales can come up with. He's got a strike working. Finds a way to get them all down again. Catches, oh no, almost makes it 6. So Rosales catches that double over there. He's still got room for 213, and that would make Duncan double. He was playing from ahead before. He's trying to catch up from behind this time. Oh! You just never know with this guy. Entertaining as all heck. Just kind of head pin hunting. Oh, look at that pin. I don't know if that pin, I don't know if I caught that pin on camera, but that 7 pin just did a 720, and Doe's not quite going to get that 7. He's still way in control of the match, and Paul's going to whip that 5 pin. Yikes! I think that's the second 5 pin miss he's had on the step ladder. He's gotten away with it in the past, but I don't believe that's going to happen this time. Those subdivision matches have had a way of getting goofy, especially in the Sunday night matches. So intense here for, gosh, almost 48 hours in a row. About time to let the kids be kids. And you cannot throw the ball any better than that. That was pure. Another nice shot from Quan, my goodness. He was close to making the top 4 a couple other times this weekend. I know the first block he finished 5th and just missed the show. This time he was solid all block long, 215, 202, 185, 220. Plenty to qualify second on this hard pattern. Mary led at plus 35. Look out! Tackle that man! Thank goodness that didn't mean anything, or thank goodness Doe didn't start his shot. That could have gotten violent at the end. Unaffected by the flying Whitaker. You didn't want to run now? No, probably don't want to teach him bad habits. Just leave that alone. Mary's got more bowling to do. She's the top girls scratch seed. She'll take on Kylie, who finished 3rd earlier in handicap. And just does not have a look on this pair. 4 stickers if you make it, Mary. I've been trying to give away these extra bonuses all weekend long, and no one's taken our money. One lane courtesy has dissolved into a melee here on the approaches at Narrows Plaza. That's close. Oh! Can't give it away. Can't give it away out here. Well, Mary's an up-and-coming bowler. She's going to get her titles, but Doe was way too much today. So Liam bowled like 150 something over in the scratch first match. Then he went over to the practice pair and could not stop striking. Now he goes back over to U17. It was a goofy 140. That's all right. All right. Really a fine second half of the game. Just dug such a big early hole there. It was too much to come out of. Excellent run for Paul all the way up to the 2nd place finish. It's his career high finish in the scratch division. He had 1 career handicap title to his name, so good for Paul. There was the shot. She waited 11 strike balls to get there, but that was the look. And Paul, 1 more runaway Brooklyn, why not? That's where many of the strikes were. Fine run up the ladder, but top seed Duncan way too much that time. Great stuff out of them. And Do Hoon Kwan's got a victory lap on international JBT TV. .220 scratch with the spare. Do speaks fluent Korean as well as his family. All I know is hello in Korean. That's courtesy of Arrested Development. Annyeong. I said good morning in Korean to him today too. It was Annyeong Oasa. Oh boy, I'm just going to embarrass myself. What a performance. 5-bagger mid-game to put this thing away early. Oh goodness. Yeah, he knows it. How about a 218 scratch? My goodness. Great stuff out of Duncan and Dohoon. Still got the girls match to go. We'll be back on camera from Las Vegas, Lord willing, in 2 weeks. We'll meet again.